Hello everyone, this is Isabel. I'm at Mobile World Congress 2024, and today I'm joined by a good friend of mine, a celebrity of the industry, Eli Katz. It's CEO of XConnect. Eli, welcome to my hot seat again.
Thank you, Isabel. I'm looking forward to yet again being in your clutches.
You know you're one of my favorite victims.
Yes, thank you for that.
So Eli, the industry faces a lot of challenges at the moment. What do you think is the biggest challenge?
If we look globally, both from a national and international perspective, and whether it's messaging or voice, a common factor is all about restoring trust. Currently, the level of trust that exists in either of those channels is at the lowest point that we've ever seen in the industry. That is impacting both on the voice side in terms of the percentage of calls being answered, the number of frauds that's occurring via phishing, smishing, spoofing of CLIs, and likewise on the messaging side, the immense growth in artificial inflation of traffic and all those fraud stuff. So the drive needs to be for us to be able to restore trust in communications. And it's a famous Dutch politician, I think, who once pointed out that trust arrives on foot and leaves on horse, right? And we are at the moment having to deal with that we are losing trust. For us to be able to gain trust, the industry, both the messaging and the voice side, needs to go through some significant efforts to make that happen.
So the first thing is the realization of the problem. How do we solve that problem? It's not easy to solve.
No, and the good news is that this is something that is now being recognized by two main industry associations across the world. So it's not simply the industry individual operators, but kind of at global association level. So I'll give two examples of that. So I'm a board member at the i3 Forum and have just come up to the first year. One of the main initiatives that we've launched in the past year has been what we call the Restore Trust Initiative. The voice industry recognizing that we need to do efforts on this. Part of that Restore Trust initiative has been to launch what we call the One Consortium. It is the industry leg whereby carriers, operators, vendors can work together. That's one side of it. The other side of it is working with the regulators, because the only way we can succeed in this is essentially joint regulation, self-regulation, engaging with both sides. So working through these initiatives, that's on the voice side. On the messaging side, so the Mobile Ecosystem Forum, the MEF, has designated a new working group called the Trusted Messaging Working Group, which is looking to introduce best practice and components and architectures that can address that likewise on a multinational basis. So the good news is that the industry is moving forward. Ultimately, these two worlds will converge, like generically the concept of messaging and voice is converging. So ultimately, the Restore Trust initiatives will converge between these two sides, step by step, taking that forward.
And you're the CEO of XConnect. What's your role in making this happen?
Well, this whole concept of trust, trusted identity, trusted numbering is core to the DNA, both of XConnect and our parent company, Somos, which runs 4 out of the 5 key databases that drive the infrastructure in the USA routing. So this whole concept of trusted identity, trust in messaging, trust in voice communications is at the very core and DNA of what we do. Services that can be provided on the back of that are CLI validation, authoritative data to help all of that concept of risk scoring, multi-factor authentication. So these are all different initiatives that as XConnect we help provide to the industry, working with the industry associations, working with the underlying operators to provide a authoritative source for trusted information that can provide the foundation of trusted communications.
A lot to do, but still at least it started.
It's very pleasing to see that we have reached the stage of industry moving forward. I hope it's not too late. I say that genuinely, and I think it isn't. And it's amazing to see these industry associations taking those initiatives to work forward. And we believe that our potential opportunity is really to restore that trust in communications. I'll just finish off with a statement of usually 1 and 1 equals 2. However, I would say that 1 and 1 equals 3, meaning that when we are working together, right, that's a lot more powerful statement. And that means in all senses, voice and messaging, regulators and industry, taking a cohesive look at this thing, 1 + 1 certainly equals 3.
At least I've learned something today from you, from this interview. 1 + 1 equals 3, and I agree with you completely.
Thank you very much, Isabel.
Eli, thank you for another great interview as always, and I hope we can do that again soon.
Looking forward. Thank you.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next hot shot.